Welcome friends. I have a discussion over the next part of solutions, that is important varieties of solutions. See, out of many varieties of solutions, binary solutions are very important, and in that binary solutions, liquid solutions are very important. Then we know the meaning of liquid solutions. What is meant by liquid solution? A solution in which major component is liquid. Otherwise, solution which appears in liquid in physical state is said to be liquid solution, that is major component. Then what is the major component? Major component is solvent. This solvent is liquid. This liquid can combine with any of the substance, as being it is binary. It can be combined with liquid, it can be combined with a solid, it can be combined with a gas. On behalf of that, liquid solutions of solid in liquid, gas in liquids are very important. Now we are going to express the concentrations. After being expressing the concentration units, then we will come back in detail with respect to solid in liquids, with respect to liquid in liquids and gases in liquids. Then the next is concentration. Yes, let us consider a binary solution of any of the variety of a liquid solution. In that, two components are there. One is major component and second one is minor component. Let us consider A plus B is forming a solution. This homogeneous mixture is solution. In that, A is the major component and B is the minor component for our easiness of understanding. Let us weights, generally weight of A, that is weight of major component, and this is weight of minor component. This is volume of major component, volume of minor component. Total weight of solution is W of A plus B. Total volume of solution is V of A plus B. These are the corresponding things. Whereas individually, if you look at density is present for component A, density is also present for component B before mixing. Yes, density of A is present, density of B is present. But after mixing, after forming a homogeneous mixture, there is no dA, there is no dB, that is d of A plus B is present, which is different from, or which is not related with dA, which is not related with dB. Density is the property of the solution. Density is not the property of the component. After mixing, component density is no more valid. Here it is the density of the solution. Now these are the things that now we are having. Now concentration, the meaning is we want to express the amount of one quantity with respect to the other quantity. Yes, the amount of one component with respect to the other, or with respect to the total, is generally expressed in a technical manner, and that presentation is known as concentration. So we can define concentration as like this: the technical way to represent the amount of one component with respect to other, or total, is known as concentration. Whereas the amount can be just in terms of weight, amount can be just in terms of volume, or sometimes the amount can be in terms of N, which is nothing but what? Moles. Whereas moles will becomes equal to what? Weight by gram molecular weight also. With the help of any of the things, generally concentration can be represented. There are many varieties of concentration units, and all these concentration units are mostly interrelated with one another. The basic motto of expression of concentration is to represent the quantity of one component with respect to the total, or with respect to the other component present in the mixture, is generally known as concentration. There are many varieties of concentration units. Once again, primary concentration units, simple concentration units, whereas from the solution simply we can represent, and some other are there which are known as advanced concentration units. With the help of primary concentration units, we will express those concentration units. Those of all are known as advanced concentration units. Now I will list out the primary concentration units. then we will go in detail of the primary concentration units. That is weight percentage, generally represented by W by W. Next one is volume percentage. Next one is weight by volume percentage. And the next is density concentration unit. Generally we will take the help of density in representation. Next is ppm. And next is mole fraction. These are all are primary concentration units. Along with these primary concentration units, we will discuss molarity, and we will discuss normality, and we will discuss molality, and we will discuss formality, and we will discuss strength. Strength to interrelate these particular things, that is strength. So these are advanced concentration units, and the above 5 concentration units are generally known as the primary concentration units, otherwise the simple concentration units. Now we will go for the primary concentration units. Though it may be primary, though it may be the advanced concentration unit, the basic motto of concentration is expression of quantity of one particular component, substance present in the homogeneous mixture with respect to the other component or with respect to the total composition is known as concentration. The technical way of representation of quantity of one component with respect to the total or other component is generally known as concentration. Let us go for the primary concentration unit, that is weight by weight percentage or percentage units. The first one is weight by weight percentage. Here this particular concentration units relates the quantity of weight, quantity in terms of weight of one component with respect to the total. Let us see, I am having a solution which is formed by a component mixture of A and B. Yes. A plus B combination is forming a homogeneous mixture. Whereas in this A is there, B is there, now we are unable to identify the composition, what is A, what is B, because it is a complete mixture. In that, the total weight of major component is WA and the minor component is WB. As a combination, the total weight will become equal to W of A plus B. Whereas as being A is major, WA is always appears to be greater compared to the WB. This is the scenario related to the weight present in the homogeneous mixture. Now if I represent in a graphical form, a tabular form, it becomes very easy. This is weight of solute here at the left hand side, and this is weight of solution I am taking. Here what I am taking here? Solution. With that given information, it is clear for us that for every WB grams, here we are having a total weight of W of A plus B. I can write it as W of A plus W of B, which becomes equal to W of A plus B. For suppose if it is 100, because we are generally taking in grams, if it is 100, then how much weight of WB is there is a question. That particular question mark represents the value of WB in grams present for every 100 grams of W of A plus B. This is known as, this particular question mark value is known as weight by weight percentage. Yes, weight by weight percentage, otherwise the weight percentage. Here how we can calculate this question mark value, which will becomes equal to weight by weight percentage will becomes equal to what? Here WB divided by W of A plus B into 100. That is the weight of solute that is present for every 100 grams of solution weight is known as its corresponding weight by weight percentage. Or simply mathematically we can understand this one. Suppose if W of A plus B will becomes equal to one unit quantity, 1 gram. Within this 1 gram, the many grams of solute is present. Yes. WB stands for, if suppose WA plus WB is equal to 1, then what is the meaning of WB there in that case? In that case, WB stands the weight of solute present in every 1 gram of solution. Here how many grams are taken? 100 grams are taken. Thus, within 100 grams of a total solution weight, the weight of solute present in it is known as its corresponding weight by weight percentage. And moreover here, this is present in grams, this is also present in grams. Both quantities are present with the same unit. So therefore, the overall unit present for weight by weight percentage is nothing. There is no unit, and this is weight by weight ratio. Units of one quantity are getting cancelled by the other, hence you never find any kind of units for weight by weight percentage. For example, let us see a particular problem to make it clear. A solution of 100 grams solution is having 100 grams of solution is having, let us take, otherwise 200 grams of solution is having 20 grams of solute. What it is having? 20 grams of solute. Then you are asked to calculate weight percentage of solute. That is, weight percentage of solute can be given by 10 grams divided by 200 grams into 100. This will become equal to how much? 5. 5 is the weight by weight percentage. The meaning is weight by weight percentage is 5 implies for every 100 grams, within every 100 grams of solution, 5 grams of solute is there. Thus mathematically it gives the information that for every 100 grams of solution, there is some 5 grams of solute and remaining 95 grams is weight percentage of the solvent. Generally it is applied for weight percentage of the solute. Some cases weight percentage of solvent is also present. Then this will become weight by weight percentage of solute. Whereas if I write weight percentage of solution, this will become equal to how much here? 100 minus 5 will become equal to what? 95 percentages. This is weight by weight percentage. Now let us go for volume by volume percentage. It is also similar. The solution is there, a homogeneous mixture, which is formed by the composition of what? Two components, A followed by B. Here the meaning of volume by volume percentage. Suppose here this is volume of solute and this is volume of solution. Here I am taking volume of solute is VB, volume of solution is V of A plus B. Suppose if this is 100, then what is the volume of solute is the question. The meaning is, suppose VB grams of VB ml of solute is present when V of A plus B ml of solution is present. Whereas if this solution is not V of A plus B, if it is 100, then how much ml of solute is present is a question. And this question mark is known as volume by volume percentage. And this question mark, which is equal to volume by volume percentage, will becomes equal to VB divided by V of A plus B into 100. This is known as volume by volume percentage. This is also one of the concentration unit. Here concentration is expressed in terms of volume. That is, for every 100 ml of solution, how many mLs of solute is present, or how many mLs of solute is present or solvent is present is known as its corresponding volume by volume percentage. Suppose for example there is a solution of some 50 ml solution of A plus B combination is there. Within this 50 ml, 10 ml is 1, 40 ml is 1, whereas this is solvent. 40 ml is 1 and 10 ml is 1. Then what is the volume by volume percentage of B? B by percentage of B, here I am asking, that will becomes equal to 10 divided by 40. Yes, for every 40 it is 10. Per 100 how much? Mathematically, yes, this value will becomes equal to 100 divided by 4 will becomes equal to what? 25 values. Nothing but for every 100 ml of solution, 25 ml of B is there. Such kind of meaning it represents in terms of volume. For every 100 units of volume, the many units of a particular component is expressed in terms of its corresponding volume by volume percentages. It is also very clear. And here also volume to the volume, whatever the units are there, same units are maintained for the denominator. Hence there is no units for the volume by volume percentage. This is weight by weight percentage, and second one is volume by volume percentage. Both are primary concentration units. The next concentration unit is weight by volume percentage. Now it is represented by weight by volume percentage. Here in these concentration units, both weight and volume are taken into account. It is not just with respect to the weights. It is not with just in terms of the volume. Some components weight is taken and some components volume is taken. In between them, a new concentration unit is made, and that is weight by volume percentage. To understand this one clearly, let us go for a solution. See, here I am going for a solution. This is a solution formed by A plus B. Whereas I know the information related to the B, weight of B is WB, whereas volume of solution is V of A plus B. This is volume of solution, this is weight of solute. So here I will write these of all things in the form of table, that is weight of solute in grams and volume of solution in ml. Yes, this is volume of solution in ml I am writing, whereas weight of solute here I am writing in terms of grams. I know this particular solution is having WB grams of solute, whereas volume of solution is V of A plus B ml. Suppose my question is, it may be some 100 ml, it may be some 10 ml, no issue. Suppose if I restrict this total volume as 100, that is 100 ml, within this 100 ml, how much quantity of weight of component, minor component, that is solute is present is a question. And this particular one is known as weight by volume percentage. Mathematically, this question mark value, which is known as weight by volume percentage, will becomes equal to what? These two multiplication terms will becomes equal to these two. So therefore, weight B into 100 divided by what? V of A plus B. Here, once again also we can understand the meaning. Suppose if this V of A plus B will becomes equal to unit, that is in unit volume, that is 1 ml. In 1 ml the weight of solute in grams. Whereas that term is multiplied by which number? 100. Implies what? Within 100 ml of solution, the weight of solute in grams present is said to be its corresponding weight by volume percentage. So definition wise, what we can write? The weight of solute. Solute implies what? Minor component. Minor component is generally indicated by what? B. The weight of solute generally we will express in grams. Present for how much ml? Present for every 100 ml of solution. Every 100 ml of solution is known as its corresponding weight by volume percentage. The weight of solute in grams present for every 100 ml of solution is known as its corresponding weight by volume percentage. Suppose I am having a solution. Yes, I am having a 50 ml solution. A 50 ml solution is there. In this 50 ml solution, some 10 grams of B is there and some 20 grams of A is there. Then you are asked to find out the weight by volume percentages of the component. So therefore, this particular weight by volume percentage concentration unit will becomes equal to weight of solute, that is 10 grams divided by volume of solution, 50 ml into 100. For every 50 ml 10 grams are there. For 100 ml how many grams are there? That is the question. So therefore 50 ml 10 in place 100 ml how much here? 20. This is weight by volume percentage, that is 20 grams per 100 ml. So therefore the unit will becomes equal to what? Grams per 100 ml. This is also known as grams per deciliter. What is the unit that we will use? Grams per deciliter. Deci stands for what? 1/10. 1/10 implies what? 1000 ml by 10th. 10th portion of 1/10 portion of 1000 ml will becomes equal to 100 ml. The 100 ml is known as deciliter. So therefore here in this case, that weight by volume percentage will becomes equal to, that is 20. 20 stands for what? 20 grams is present for 100 ml of solution. Whereas here we know one particular information related to the homogeneous mixture, that is known as what? Density. Density will becomes equal to what? Mass upon volume. Yes. Already in the previous class we made the discussion. Uniform density containing substance, uniform density containing mixture Uniform density implies what? Wherever density you calculate d1, d2, d3, d4 all are equal and equal to some constant value. Such kind of density is said to be what? Uniform density. This uniform density containing substances are said to be what? Solutions. So therefore solution is maintaining homogeneous. Homogeneous nature implies what? It maintains uniform density. Everywhere the density remains same and constant. Such kind of system is said to be homogeneous density containing system. So density of solution nothing but what? Weight of solution by volume of solution. What is density here? Weight of solution divided by volume of solution. This is known as density of solution. Now here two concentration units we made the discussion. In the beginning that is weight by weight percentage associated with volume by volume percentage. Now here we made the discussion that is what? Weight by volume percentage. Here I am having weight by weight percentage. Suppose if this weight by weight percentage is allowed to multiplied with density by density, that is weight by weight percentage into d by d. What is density once again? Weight of solution by volume of solution. So therefore this is weight B divided by weight of A plus B into 100 into what? Weight of A plus B by volume of A plus B. These two getting cancelled and this will becomes equal to what here? This will becomes equal to what? Weight B by volume of A plus B into 100 into what? 1 by D. That implies what we can write? Weight by weight percentage into density will becomes equal to what? Weight by volume percentage. That is weight by weight percentage into density, that will becomes equal to weight by volume percentage. This is the relation present between the two primary concentration units, that is weight by weight percentage followed by weight by volume percentage. Thus weight by weight percentage, if it is multiplied by density, it will becomes equal to weight by volume percentages. These are the primary concentration units. Thus you may have question like weight by weight percentage is provided, weight by volume percentage is provided, you may ask what is density. Otherwise weight by weight percentage and density are provided, you may ask to calculate weight by volume percentage. Else these two are provided, you may ask to calculate the weight by weight percentages. Thus three varieties of once again problems can be made on behalf of this particular logic in conversion of weight by weight percentage to weight by volume percentage, or weight by volume percentage to weight by weight percentage, or with the help of density. These two may be given and you may ask to calculate this. Otherwise these two are provided, you may ask to calculate the density. Thus three varieties of questions can be asked or framed on behalf of this particular logic of weight by weight percentage into density will becomes equal to what? Weight by volume percentage. This is concentration unit 3 that we made the discussion, and logic to interrelate concentration unit 3 and concentration unit 1 is weight by weight percentage into density will becomes equal to weight by volume percentage. Another one important primary concentration unit is ppm. ppm stands for parts per million. Million, this is 10 power 1, 10 power 2, 10 power 3, 10 power 4, 10 power 5, 10 power 6. This is tens, hundreds, this is thousand, this is 10,000, this is lakh, and this is 10 lakhs. This 10 lakhs is known as 1 million. Yes, 10 power 6 units, 10 power 6 quantities of any substance is known as million units of quantity. So ppm stands for parts per million. Then how parts per million is calculated and in which case parts per million is calculated, let us have a discussion. Suppose a solution is there, as we know it is homogeneous in nature, whereas this is also combination of a major component A in association with a minor component B. Whereas A is very major and B is very very small, such a quantity is present. A is present with very huge in quantity, whereas amount of B with respect to A, if I compare the weights, the weight of B is very small. In that case, For 100 units calculation, for 1000 units calculation, the value of B is not much significant, hence we have to take more quantity of solution has to be taken for the reference. In that case, the minor component is having significance, just like it is present as not a component, it is present just as an impurity, a small impurity like quantity. Out of much quantity of the solution, where small quantity of B is present, in such a case the normal concentration units are not working for our convenience. We are magnifying the solution, we are taking huge amount of solution. In that, a little considerable minor amount of solute can be present. In that case, ppm will works. Suppose let us go for the weights of B versus weights of A plus B. This is weight of A and this is weight of B and weight of A plus B. I know this is weight of solute. Yes, this is weight of solute and this is weight of solution. All are taken in grams. Let us consider this is present in grams, this is also present in grams. As for the given information, WB grams of solute is present in W of A plus B, but this particular W of A plus B and WB, if I compare relatively, A is very greater implies what? A plus B is also very greater. Before this quantity, this is not having any significance, such a very less amount of quantity of B is present. So therefore, instead of 1 unit, here I am taking million units of quantity. This is not liters, this is lakh. Yes, million units of A plus B if I take, within the million units of quantity of W of A plus B, how many units are present of WB within that million is said to be its corresponding ppm. This is known as ppm. This question mark, which is known as parts per million, indicated by ppm, will becomes equal to weight B divided by weight of A plus B into 10 power 6. This is known as parts per million. The meaning is, once again, mathematically also we can understand this one simply. If suppose W of A plus B is 1 unit quantity, within this 1 unit quantity of W of A plus B, some quantity of WB is there within 1 unit. That many, how many units I am taking here? It is multiplied by 10 power 6 implies 10 power 6 units quantity of W of A plus B. If it is taken, within that the quantity of solute is known as its corresponding ppm. It is also ratio of weight to weight, hence it is also doesn't contains any kind of units. It is also not having any kind of units. It is very much similar to weight by weight percentages. How it is very much similar to weight by weight percentage? So here let us see ppm. ppm will becomes equal to what? Weight B divided by weight of A plus B into what? 10 power 6. This is ppm. Whereas this can be written as weight B divided by weight of A plus B into 10 power 2 into 10 power 6, 10 power 4. Can I write? Whereas this particular weight B by weight of A plus B into 10 power 2 will becomes equal to weight by weight percentage, that into 10 power 4. Thus, weight by weight percentage into 10 power 4 will becomes equal to ppm. ppm is generally very small. That's what ppm is applied. But if ppm in terms of weight by weight percentages, if we write weight by weight percentage into 10 power 4 will becomes equal to, that is 10 thousands will becomes equal to corresponding ppm. And once again we know this particular weight by weight percentage into density will becomes equal to what? Weight by volume percentage. Now if ppm is also expressed in terms of those particular units, so therefore ppm will becomes equal to weight by weight percentage into 10 power 4, whereas that will becomes equal to weight by volume percentage into 1 by d, yes, into 10 power 4. This will becomes equal to once again ppm. Yes, ppm can be expressed in terms of weight by weight percentages, that is weight by weight percentage into density. Weight by weight percentage into 10 power 4 will becomes equal to ppm. And once again, if I express this one in terms of weight by volumes, so therefore weight by weight percentage is equal to weight by volume percentage into 1 by d into 10 power 4 will becomes equal to what? ppm. This is the Another one concentration unit, that is ppm, parts per million. Here the importance of ppm, when ppm is studied, what is the meaning of ppm, why it is not having any units, and the relation present between ppm and the weight by weight percentage and ppm and the weight by volume percentages. Till now, whatever we discussed the concentration units in the form of primary concentration units, in these concentration units, those of all are percentage based concentration units. Out of 100 units, how much units of quantity is there? 100 units of weight, how much weight of component is there? 100 units of volume, how much percentage of volume is there? 100 units of volume, how much amount of weight is there? That is percentage based concentration units. Even ppm is also similar to percentage, but it is not in terms of 100. This is in terms of what? Million. Yes, that is out of 10 power 6, 10 millions, 1 million 10 power 6. That is out of 10 power 6 units, how much weight of quantity of substance is there. There is another one important primary concentration unit, that is fraction based. Fraction implies what? Total quantity as unit. Out of that unit, how much percentage, how much quantity of, how much fraction of one component is there is known as fraction. This is related to the mole fraction. Before going to the fraction, before going to the mole fraction, individually we will discuss what is meant by fraction, what is meant by mole. What is meant by fraction? Yes, fraction stands for 1 by something. Fraction 1 by x, x is an integer like 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. These are all are said to be what? Fraction. The meaning is, suppose if it is 1 by 5, what is its meaning? Out of total 5 units, 1 unit is ours. 1 by 5, 5 portions of total quantity, 1 portion is of our expected quantity. Such kind of meaning it is associated, that is fraction. Here which fraction we are taking? Mole fraction we are taking. What is meant by mole? Yes, always it is not easy to study the weight in terms of grams, study the concentration in terms of grams, because there are more than one components may be there inside the solution. It may be participating in chemical reaction. In these of all cases, just with respect to the weight, if you proceed, it becomes difficult. That's what we are going for the mole. Mole stands for weight of substance divided by its corresponding gram molecular weight. Weight of substance divided by its gram molecular weight is known as mole. Suppose we are having two components A and B, which are going to be forming solution, whereas number of moles generally indicated by n, whereas n of corresponding component, n of A, suffix A stands for number of moles of A, n of suffix B stands for number of moles of B. Na will becomes equal to weight of A in grams divided by its corresponding gram molecular weight. Similarly, Nb stands for weight of B in grams divided by its corresponding gram molecular weight. Gram molecular weight of B. This is Na and Nb. Suppose I am having a homogeneous mixture, that is solution, which is formed by A and B combinations. I know the primary information related to A as well as B. In this mixture, the weight of A is Wa and weight of B is Wb, and its corresponding gram molecular weights are, gram molecular weight of A is, this is gram molecular weight of A, and corresponding gram molecular weight of B is gram molecular weight of B. And Na, what it will be the Na? Na is number of moles of A and Nb is number of moles of B. This will becomes equal to weight A by gram molecular weight of A, and this will becomes equal to weight B by gram molecular weight of B. Now here mole fraction we are here studying. Mole fraction is generally indicated by x, whereas mole fraction can be present for each component, because here it is binary. Mole fraction of component A is there, mole fraction of component B is there, whereas mole fraction of A is generally studied as x suffix of A, mole fraction of B is studied as x suffix of B. Whereas here let us go for XA. Yes, let us see here number of moles of solute, number of moles of component here, that component is A, and total moles of composition. Total moles of composition, let us take. Here related to A I am discussing, this is number of moles of A is Na and total number of moles are Na plus Nb. If suppose this is equal to 1, then within that 1 mole, how many fractions are, how much fraction of 1 is consisting of A is said to be mole fraction of A. This question mark which is equal to mole fraction of A will becomes equal to Na divided by Na plus Nb. This is said to be mole fraction of solvent. Similarly, mole fraction of solute can be given by Xb. Xb will becomes equal to Nb divided by Na plus Nb. This is also fraction. The same units are present for the numerator as well as the denominator, hence it is not having any kind of units, which is known as mole fraction. Stands for the number of moles of component to the total number of moles of components present in the solution, which is always a proper fraction, which is always a ratio. Numerator quantity will be smaller compared to the denominator, because denominator is bigger in quantity, because in the numerator some of the value is added along with the numerator value, then denominator is coming. Hence the total, before the total number of moles of each component is very less. So therefore fraction, its value always appears as a fraction of what? Moles related fraction we are getting, hence it is said to be what? Mole fraction. This is mole fraction of A, indicated as A suffix A, X suffix of A, mole fraction of A, X suffix of B, which is known as mole fraction of B. Always we can remember one particular thing, that is Xa plus Xb always becomes equal to 1, whereas Na plus Nb can becomes equal to anything, total number of moles can be anything. But we are assuming that if total number of moles are equal to 1 unit, 1 quantity, 1 unity, 1, in that particular one, how many moles of component of A is there, how many moles of component of B is there, is known as its corresponding mole fraction. In mole fraction, generally indicated by the symbol X, of any component will becomes equal to component prime. Suppose if I am writing, that is number of moles of that expected component divided by total moles of all components. Total moles of all components into 1, if you don't make also doesn't have much meaning, so therefore this is known as mole fraction. So therefore mole fraction of A and mole fraction of B in general, if you take, this is major component solvent and this is minor component solute. In general what happens is mole fraction of A versus mole fraction of B generally maintains a relation that mole fraction of A is in general it is greater compared to mole fraction of B. Whereas second one is Xa by Xb, suppose ratio we took, then what it will becomes equal to? This will becomes equal to Na divided by Na plus Nb, whereas this will becomes equal to Nb divided by Na plus Nb, whereas this denominator is same, and this will becomes equal to what? Na by Nb. Na by Nb will becomes equal to what? Xa by Xb. That is mole fraction of component of first one to the mole fraction of second one will numerically equal to number of moles of component first one to the number of moles of component second one. Xa by Xb will becomes equal to Na by Nb. This is mole fraction related things. And another one concentration unit is strength. Here I feel this strength is bridged concentration unit. It is linking the primary concentration units and it links the secondary concentration units, hence I can consider this one as a bridged concentration unit strength, and generally indicated by what? Yes. The meaning of strength is like this. Suppose if I am having a particular homogeneous mixture of composition A plus B is like this, and in this I have the information that the component B related information is weight B is present like this, whereas total value of solution is V of A plus B in ml, this is present in grams and this is present in ml. Whereas if I write the information that is weight of solute and this is volume of solution. This is weight of solute is present in grams, volume of solution is present in ml. Then as for the given information we are having, weight B is present within a volume of V of A plus B. If this V of A plus B is equal to 1000 ml, in this 1000 ml, how much weight of solute is present is a question. This question mark is known as strength. This is known as strength, whereas the strength can be given by weight B divided by V of weight B into 1000 divided by V of A plus B. That is, strength can be defined as weight of solute present for every 1000 ml of solution is known as its corresponding strength. Strength, which is indicated by S, will becomes equal to what? Weight B divided by volume of A plus B in ml, whereas this is in grams into what? 1000. Suppose mathematically also we can understand the meaning in a simple version. Suppose if V of A plus B is equal to 1 unit, within this 1 ml, the weight of B is present with some quantity in grams, 1 ml quantity. The quantity of solute in 1 ml, and how many mls that we have to take, we are multiplying that one with 1000. Within 1000 ml of total volume, the weight of solute present in grams is known as its corresponding strength. Hence, strength can be defined as the weight of solute in grams present for every 1000 ml of solution. Present for every 1000 ml of solution is known as strength. It's a strength, and it is generally indicated by what? Capital S. Capital S, which is nothing but strength. Strength will becomes equal to weight of solute in grams divided by volume of solution in ml into 1000. That is, in every 1000 ml of solution, the total weight of solute present in grams is known as its corresponding strength. Now we will go for advanced concentration units, that is molarity. Molarity is indicated by capital M. Let us see in the same fashion that we made the discussion. It is a homogeneous mixture of A and B is the minor component, that is solute. Information is like this, that is number of moles of B versus volume of solution. Such a ratio we are discussing here. I came to know that number of moles of B is NB, whereas total volume of solution is V of A plus B in VL in liters. This is in liters. Suppose if this liter is 1, within 1 liter of total volume, how many moles of component of solute is there is a question, and this particular quantity is known as molarity, indicated by capital M. Capital M, molarity will becomes equal to NB divided by total volume in liters. Whereas this can be also given by NB into 1 by total volume in liters. Whereas this total volume which is present in terms of liters can be written as ml also. That will becomes equal to NB into volume of A plus B in ml by 1000. That 1000 will comes into the numerator, that is 1000 by volume of solution in ml. Whereas this can be also written as like this. This molarity can also be written as, already we made the discussion. How number of moles are discussed over here, that is weight B divided by gram molecular weight of B into 1000 divided by volume of A plus B in ml. This is the enlarged formula used for the calculation of molarity. Molarity will becomes equal to what? Weight of solute divided by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 divided by total volume of solution in ml. In that way, we can calculate the molarity. Let us go for a problem, whereas it becomes very easy. There is a solution of 500 ml. A 500 ml solution is having 20 grams of sodium hydroxide. Solution is having, what it is having here, just 20 grams of what? Sodium hydroxide is present. Then you are asked to calculate the molarity of the sodium hydroxide aqueous solution. Molarity will become equal to, what is the weight? 20 grams. We know the molecular weight is 40 into 1000 divided by, what is the total volume? 500 ml. So 500 ml implies what? This will be 2. So this will becomes equal to, here what? 2 implies what? 20 will becomes equal to what? 1 molar is the solution. So therefore 1 molar solution, the meaning is in every 100 ml, in every 1000 ml of solution, 1 mole of substance is there. The same proportionate ratio is present. It is not 1000 ml, it is 500, that is half of 1000. Hence 1 mole, half of 1 mole is half mole is present. Suppose if it is 2000 ml, then what happens? 1 mole or 2000 ml implies what? For 1000 ml 1 mole, for 2000 ml how many moles are there? 2 moles are there. Such kind of relation is logically by choosing certain quantities expressed, and that quantity is how much here? 1000 ml. This is known as molarity. The meaning of molarity, here once again I am emphasizing here. Here suppose 1 molar, the meaning is like this. If it is 1000 ml, 1 liter, 1 mole is present. If it is 2 liters, then how many moles are there? 2 moles are there. If it is 3 liters, how many moles are there? 3 moles are there. Suppose if it is less quantity, suppose if it is 500 ml only, half liter, if it is 250 ml only, 1/4 liter, then 1 by 2 mole is there. And here 1 by 4 molar quantities are there. In that way, by choosing certain quantity, and that quantity is how much here? Liter. Liter is how much here? 1000 ml. Yes. Within 1000 ml, how many moles are there? That is given by molarity, and that particular relation 1 molar, the meaning is 1 liter is 1 molar. 2 liter is consisting of 2 moles. 3 liter is consisting of 3 moles. This is not concentration, this is moles. And 2 liters is consisting 2 moles. 1 liter is consisting 1 mole. Half liter is consisting half mole. And 1/4 liter is consisting of 1/4 mole. Such an information is expressed mathematically, technically, to give an enlarged version of meaning is known as what? Molarity. And molarity based questions, if we focus, molarity can be given by weight B divided by gram molecular weight of B into 1000 divided by volume of A plus B in what? ml. Here 5 varieties of logics are there. First they can ask what is meant by molarity. This is first variety of question. Secondly, remaining all things are provided, you may ask what is weight of B. Third variety of question is calculate the gram molecular weight of B. And fourth variety of question is what is volume of A plus B, what is the total volume. Followed by, suppose if total volume is double, total volume become half, then what is the weight and what is the gram molecular weight, what is the molarity. That many varieties of logical questions can be framed over the formula, and the overall enlarged formula for molarity can be given by weight of solute divided by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 divided by volume of solution, volume of total solution A plus B in ml. And we can define the definition like this: the number of what are those moles of what? Solute. The number of moles of solute, present for present for 1 liter of solution. 1 liter of solution is known as its molarity. The next we will discuss molarity in terms of primary concentration units. Now we will go for the discussion of expression of molarity in various other primary concentration unit terms. We came to know that molarity, this molarity will becomes equal to weight B divided by gram molecular weight of B into 1000 divided by what? Volume of solution, volume of A plus B in ml. This is molarity. Whereas if I rewrite this equation, how remaining terms will coincide with this? Let us have a discussion. Molarity into gram molecular weight of B, which will becomes equal to what? Weight B divided by 1000 divided by volume of A plus B. This particular term is known as strength. Yes, strength is weight of solute in grams present for every 1000 ml of solution. So therefore, this particular one is expressed as strength, whereas this strength will also be expressed in terms of weight by volume percentages. Weight by volume percentage into 10, because weight by volume percentage is what? Weight of solute for every 100 ml of solution. That 100 multiple times of 10 will becomes equal to what? For 1000 ml of solution. That is known as what? Strength. And once again this will becomes equal to what? Weight by weight percentage into density into 10 will becomes equal to, that is weight by weight percentage into 10 density is equal to volume percentage. Weight by volume percentage. 10 remains same. This is strength, and strength into gram molecular weight. Molarity into gram molecular weight is equal to what? Strength. Hence, these are the basic interrelation of molarity in terms of the primary concentration units, that is molarity followed by gram molecular weight, which is equal to strength. Strength will becomes equal to weight by volume percentage into 10, which also becomes equal to what? Weight by weight percentage into density into 10. Thus, molarity is expressed in terms of very basic primary concentration units, that is in terms of weight by weight, that is in terms of weight by volume, that is in terms of what? Strength also. There are two important things related to the molarity while we are going for the calculations of the concentrations, that is molarity of dilution and molarity of mixing. Suppose there is a solution, its molarity is known, its volume is known, and for this solution some amount of solvent is added. Just the solvent here I am adding, so therefore vessel size is increased over here, solvent quantity is increased over here. Whereas the weight of solute present, the number of moles of solute present in this and number of moles of solute present in this case, both remain same, volume is varied. So therefore, how molarity is defined? Molarity can be given by total number of moles of solute into 1000 divided by volume of solution in liters. Whereas in case 1, that is before dilution and after dilution, quantity of solute remains same. There is no change in quantity of the solute, hence NB remains constant. Here constant NB, which will becomes equal to what? Molarity into volume. So therefore, molarity into volume remains constant. Here NB is constant, here also NB is constant. Case 1, that NB will becomes equal to initial molarity into volume. Case 2, due to addition of the solvent, molarity changes, volume changes. Here molarity is different from here volume is different from here. But multiplication product of M1 V1 will becomes equal to what? M2 V2. Here let us consider NB in first case will becomes equal to M1 V1. Whereas molarity in second case also will becomes equal to what? Here also that molarity let us consider M2, that M2 will becomes equal to NB into 1000 divided by volume in liters. Whereas here also that NB remains constant, but that NB will becomes equal to V2 because that volume is different volume. So therefore this NB both are equal and equal to some constant value. Hence what happens is M1 V1 will becomes equal to what? M2 V2. This is dilution formula for the molarity, whereas for the same quantity of the solute, if some solvent is added, after addition of solvent, solution amount increases, but the number of moles of solute remains constant. So therefore what happens is, on dilution, the new molarity if you want to calculate, the new volume if you want to calculate, otherwise the old molarity you want to calculate, old volume you want to calculate, the formula is M1 V1 will becomes equal to what? M2 V2, and moreover V2 minus V1 will becomes equal to what? Added solvent added will becomes equal to V2 minus V1. Solvent added will becomes equal to what? V2 minus V1. This is dilution formula for the molarity. You can go for problems also. Let us go for a problem. A 5 molar solution of 500 ml is there. 5 molar of 500 ml is there. Whereas to this 500 ml, 1500 ml of another extra solvent is added, as a result solution is converted as 2000 ml solution. Then calculate the final molarity. Final molarity is how this. There is a solution of 500 ml having molarity 5. To this, another extra 500 ml of solvent is added. On addition of this extra 500 ml of the solvent, the total value is converted as 2000 ml. Then you are asked to calculate the number of molarity of the final solution. See here, whatever the quantity to make 5 molar of 500 ml, some quantity of solute is there. The quantity remained constant. We are not adding any of the extra quantity. Quantity remains as it is. To that I am just adding bare solvent without having any other things. Just solvent is added. As a result, that solution is converted as 2000 ml. Hence here the relation will becomes equal to what? M1 V1 will becomes equal to M2 V2, because M1 V1 will becomes equal to what? Number of moles of solute in first case, number of moles of solute in second case, that remains constant. So therefore that is 5 molar into 500 ml. Both quantities you can take in any of the version. You may take half liter, otherwise 500 ml. Here you are asked to calculate M2. Here this is present in ml, hence the total final value is also be present in ml itself. So therefore this will becomes equal to 4. M2 will becomes equal to what? 5 by 4 is equal to what? 1.25 molar. Before it is 5 molar, now it is 1.25 molar. What happened here? Solution, this solution quantity increased by adding extra solvent. Here for every 1 liter 5 molar solute is there, but here every 1 liter is having 1.25 molar solute only. That makes the difference, because quantity of the solute remains same, but the concentration varies because solvent is increased. On increasing of the solvent, concentration goes on decreasing. So therefore here 5 molar concentration is converted to 1.25 molar. And second is molarity of mixing. Different molarities, different values of the same components are mixed with one another, or different components mixed with one another. As a result, what will be the total molarity? See here I am having 1 molar substance. Here I am having Na moles of substance, here I am having Nb moles of the same substance. These two are added, one is added to the other. As a result, total how many number of moles will be there? Na plus Nb number of moles will be there. See that Na, here I am considering that a solution of M1 molarity and V1 value consisting of Na number of moles, and solution of M2 molarity and V2 value consisting of Nb number of moles are there. These two are added in a bigger vessel. This is a bigger vessel. Total value will becomes equal to V1 plus V2. Then what is the final molarity is the question. Getting clear? Whereas the rule is like this: Na plus Nb will becomes equal to what? N of A plus N of B. So this Na will be coming from multiplication product of what? M1 into V1, whereas Nb is coming from the multiplication product of what? M2 into V2. So therefore total final Na plus Nb will becomes equal to what? M final into V final will becomes equal to total number of moles, that will becomes equal to N of A plus B, that is N of A plus N of B, which will becomes equal to Na plus Nb, which will becomes equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2. What is V final? V final will becomes equal to, suppose this is 2 liters, this is 3 liters. Total volume is how much? 2 plus 3, 5 liters. So therefore this will becomes equal to M final of V1 plus V2. So therefore this M final will becomes equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. You may take all values in terms of ml, no issue. You may take all values in terms of liters, no issue. But you have to take numerator as well as denominator with the same measurable units. Then only you will be getting the final molarity of the same type of substances on mixing with one another, having different molarities, like M1 is the molarity for the first case, M2 is the molarity for the second case, V1 is the value for the first case, V2 is the value for the second case, and the total value is V1 plus V2 becomes equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. Getting clear? Suppose if it is not the same variety of the substances, same type of substances, different substances which may cancels the concentrations of one another and forms a new compound. In that case, the formula used for the calculation of molarities This is for the same type of substance. Same substance. Suppose different natures containing substances, which will cancels the concentrations of other. In that case, that M final will becomes equal to M1 V1 minus M2 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. One is acid, one is base. H plus concentration, OH minus concentration combines and becomes equal to solvent molecule. In that case, the net concentration decreases an addition of one to the other. So therefore, that will becomes equal to M1 V1 minus M2 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. There is another one concentration unit which is just applied for the ionic substances, which is known as formality. The ionic compounds, ionic solutions, ionic homogeneous mixtures related normal formality, ionic mixtures related molarity is nothing but what? Formality, because in case of covalent compounds, every molecule is independent. Hence, we are using the word mole, moles, etc. But whereas it is a space lattice in case of ionic compounds, you never find independent units. You never get independent. The formula units are never be independent. Hence, instead of using molecule here, we are using a new word. Suppose if it is covalent, what we will use? Molecule we will use. Molecule is single entity, independent entity, characteristic entity. It represents the physical properties as well as the chemical properties. Whereas in case of ionic compounds, there is no molecule. A few structural features are present. Cation is combined with many number of anions. Anion is surrounded by many number of cations. A space lattice is present. Hence, here the minimum basic unit is formula unit. What is a unit over here? Formula unit. Hence, a new concentration unit is coined, and that new concentration unit is known as what? Formality. That is, molarity of the ionic compounds is known as formality, indicated by F, which will becomes equal to what? Weight of ionic compound divided by gram formula weight. What we have to use here? Gram formula weight into 1000 divided by volume of solution, and remaining everything is as it is. So therefore, formality is ionic compounds related molarity, indicated by capital F, which will becomes equal to weight of B, weight of ionic compound in grams divided by gram molecular weight of that ionic compound into 1000 divided by volume of solution in ml is known as formality. Remaining all features of molarity are same with respect to the formality, but this is applied only for the ionic compounds. Thus I can write, that is, molarity of ionic compounds is formality. Molarity of ionic compounds is formality. Otherwise, formality is the molarity of the ionic compounds. In this way, we can conclude formality. It is also related with all other strength, weight by weight, weight by volume, and all other primary concentration units in the same manner as that of molarity is connected. That is formality. Another important concentration unit is normality. Normality is indicated by capital N. Then, though we are having many of the other concentration units, then what is the necessity of normality, and in which way normality differs from the other concentration units? See, when chemical reactions are taking place, till now we are considered molecule. How many number of molecules are there? How much weight of substance is there? That weight in terms of molecules. Before this one, we are having concentration unit, that is molarity. Number of moles. Moles in terms of what? Once again, count of molecules. But one molecule may or may not react with the other molecule of the counterness. One molecule may react with 2 molecules, 5 molecules, 10 molecules. So therefore, we need another one new concentration unit where the calculations related to the chemical reactions of one substance with other will becomes easy. For that, a new concentration unit is defined, and that is known as normality. Here, number of gram equivalent weights are taken into consideration. Let us see. This is a solution of A plus B. A is major component, that is solvent. So our discussion is with respect to the minor component, that is solute. Here, with respect to the total volume of solution is V of A plus B, which is present in mLs or liters. Okay. Now let us go for B. Here, weight of B. This is weight of B, whereas the number of gram equivalent weights. Number of gram equivalents of B within the total weight of weight B is n number of gram equivalent weights are there. So that information whichever is present with respect to the solution, if we write, that is number of gram equivalent weights of B versus total value. N number of gram equivalent weights are there, total value is V liters. If this V liters is 1 liter, then how many number of gram equivalent weights are present within that is a question. And this particular one is known as normality. Normality mathematically will becomes equal to number of gram equivalents per liter of solution, whereas that will once again becomes equal to number of gram equivalents into 1000 divided by volume of A plus B in ml, whereas that will also becomes equal to weight B divided by gram equivalent weight of B into 1000 divided by volume of A plus B in ml. This is known as normality. Normality can be defined as the number of gram equivalent weights of solute present for every liter of the solution, which will becomes equal to weight B divided by gram equivalent weight of B into 1000 divided by volume of solution. That is, within the given solution of 1 liter capacity, the many number of gram equivalent weights of B present in it is known as its normality. So therefore, the unit present for normality is normality, that is gram equivalent weights per liter. Gram equivalents per liter is the unit present for the normality. Similarly, for molarity, number of gram, that is molecules, number of moles present per liter is the unit for the molarity. Number of gram equivalent weights present for the liter is the unit for the normality. And this is normality. Whereas here normality of mixing, normality of dilution is also similar to that of molarity. Before going to that, we can define this one. Definition for normality is the number, which number? The number of, what is this one? Gram equivalents present for liter of solution. Present for liter of solution is known as the number of gram equivalent weights of solute present for every 1 liter of solution is known as its normality. Normality of mixing, let us see. This is a solution, and for this huge amount of solvent is added. As a result, it was converted to a new solution. This is the volume in the beginning. After addition of excess amount of solvent, it is converted to like this. Whereas here number of gram equivalents present in this are n gram equivalents are present. Here also n gram equivalents are present. Then how we will calculate the number of gram equivalents? Normality into volume. So therefore, here its normality is n1. Let us consider its volume is v1. Its normality is n2 and its volume is v2. So therefore, number of gram equivalents in case 1 will becomes equal to number of gram equivalents in case 2, because we are not adding any kind of solute. So therefore, the dilution formula used for the normality will becomes equal to n1 v1 will becomes equal to what? n2 v2, because the weight of solute present from the first container to second container remains constant. Hence, n1 v1 will becomes equal to what? n2 v2. Similarly, suppose there is a solution of n1 v1 concentration and n2 v2 concentration. Both are added in a bigger vessel. Now you are asked to calculate the final concentration. Here n1 equivalents are there. Here n2 equivalents are there. Total will becomes equal to how much? n1 plus n2 equivalents. That n1 will becomes equal to what here? n1 v1, and this will becomes equal to what? n2 v2, whereas n final into v final will becomes equal to n1 v1 plus n2 v2. That implies n final will becomes equal to n1 v1 plus n2 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. If suppose if it is of similar nature, n final will becomes equal to n1 v1 plus n2 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. Whereas if these two are having different nature, one cancels the other, one cancels the other, then in that case here the n final will becomes equal to n1 v1 minus n2 v2 divided by v1 plus v2.